Hello, welcome back to I adjust my sound and then open up Ratropolis and go, oh god, the sound is different again, oh no. We are actually at the Leader Plus run. It's Merchant Leader Plus. The sound is different, oh no. I think I turned, so what happens is I turn my sound up. I've talked about this how many times now, but I turn my sound up because like something I'm watching is too quiet. And then I open Ratropolis the next time and I go, oh my god, it's deafening me. And then I lower the sound and I go, god, I can't hear anything. And it's just a mess. I hate it. I hate it a lot. How's it going? Today's Friday. It is Saturday for yourself. Unless, you're not watching this at that time, in which case it's whatever day of the week you are happening to hear me on. How is your today? I hope it is good. Mine is going alright. I already recorded Monster Train for the day, so I have no coffee. Which means Ratropolis gets my full undivided attention. Not really. Oh yeah, I still haven't finished that guide I've been working on. I'll put it out when it's done. I want to make sure that I have all the info in it that I want to have in it and all that. And the event section of it's really weird. Without just like drawing a really complex flowchart or making like a choose your own adventure website sort of thing like there is for Zulrah in RuneScape, it's really hard to actually set up properly. I'm gonna take livestock. Because the events are just so confusing. I've put it in a spreadsheet, and basically the way it's gonna have to work is you're just gonna have to decide ahead of time what event you like, which ending you're looking for, and then work backwards. That's gonna be the basic use case of this guide. I'm gonna take my socks off. It's actually kind of warm. I put these on thinking it was gonna be chilly. I don't know why I thought that. It's like fucking June 19th. Why would I think it's gonna be cold? It's June. But yeah, it's on its way. Other than that, Monster Train. Great game. Really fun. The episode later today is pretty good. It's certainly an episode. I did record it. It is on the books. Exactly enough to play this? Nice. What was I gonna say? I've been having fun with it. But, what I was gonna say is I think that in an effort to be less of a dumbass while playing that game, I'm probably just going to write out, like, basically, I'm planning on just writing out like a set of things like, hey, before you end your turn, before you take your turn, go through this mental checklist so you stop making these dumb mistakes. Just because, I don't really feel like I have to do that with Ratropolis because there's not a whole lot of... It's a different sort of game, right? There's no turns. It's like, oh yeah, ahead of the start of the wave, make sure you've played your units, but because of the way this game is structured, I feel like my autopiloting through it ends up playing very similarly to my playing it naturally, whereas other games, Monster Train, Slay the Spire, the turn-based aspect, like this game you only have a certain amount of time to think, right? You have to act. Now, this isn't a very mentally intense game or anything like that, whoa. But I'm gonna keep removing. We can get rid of grain. We remove a lot of cards here and then we start to cruise. Turn-based games, I could sit down, I could think about everything for a very long time, right? You have all the time in the world. At Ratropolis, you have about 30 minutes, give or take, to create and execute a plan. This game is more reactionary, I guess, right? I can plan out the entire run in Monster Train and Slay the Spire to a certain degree, right? You can get like a relatively good idea of how far you're gonna go, like what you're gonna find on each path, what you're gonna do at each... Whoa, sorry. I did not mean to drop that. That's my bad. What you're gonna do with each choice, etc., what you're gonna find, right, to a certain degree. This game is like, there's so many cards, there's so much happening, it's like, oh my god. What? There's so many cards that I can't reasonably be like, okay, on wave 5 I'm going to find this, this, and this. My plan is just get money, play units react to the events as they happen. Right, like this shop, I can't predict this shop. I can predict the wall, and that's it, right? I can't predict anything that's going to be found in here, though. Delivery. Did they nerf this card again? I don't think so. We win. Delivery this early is like, oh yeah, absolutely. We're going to have a lot of money. By the way, I'll make sure that I edit that. I mean, this is just a mental note. I'll say this out loud for myself, more so than I'm saying this for your sake, because hopefully it is already done, but I'll make sure that that dropping noise wasn't so loud that it deafens you. You know, I'm a very, like, I want to have something in my hands at all times sort of person, and sometimes I drop what's in my hands. Pencil, Swiss Army knife, whatever it is. I have a stress ball as well. Should use that because it's a lot quieter if I drop it. But you know, very fidgety in that way. Anyway, what else is new? Not a ton. I did take my first Grubhub delivery. I'm just waiting for them to send me my activation kit before I start doing full days and such. It's very interesting overall. I don't know if this is gonna be a continuing theme or not, but like, the people that I picked up the delivery from were very, like, I don't even know how to put it. It felt, I feel like there's a bit of hostility, not a lot, just like a tiny amount. That's like, oh, well, this person who wanted this food should have just come in person. I don't know. It'll be something that I'll report on as I go. Is there hostility from the people that I'm picking up food from? I know my friend who got me started on this was one time he took a Grubhub delivery from a pizza place, and the pizza place was like, yeah, we kind of hate you. Like, you know, I can kind of get that, right? Because he's literally stealing the business of the delivery drivers, but it's not his fault. But, I mean, the delivery, you're probably wondering how to go. Fine. Nothing really interesting happened. I went to the gas station deli, grabbed some of their food. I got there like 2 minutes after the order got placed, so I ended up just sitting in my car while they made a chicken Alfredo pizza. And then, you know, take it, put it in the bag, deliver it. Very straightforward. Very easy. It's nice. It's good. I like doing food delivery. I don't know what it is about food delivery. I enjoy it. Probably the sitting in the car, you know, you get to listen to music, you get to do whatever. It's not very intense, as long as, like, especially pizza delivery was a little more intense at times. This isn't gonna be that intense because I'm not gonna like, I'm not gonna be like, oh wow, there's a billion deliveries on the screen, I'm never gonna get to go home, right? If I'm like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, I can just be like, all right, sign me out, I'm going. Whereas in pizza delivery, it's like, hey, I want to go home. I had plans at 5:30, but we have 10 deliveries, and the 4:30 driver didn't show up, so I'm just here all night. Very, very different. It seems very, very casual though, and cool. So, you know. Plus, if I meet anyone crazy now, I get to open up Ratropolis and go, oh buddy, you guys aren't gonna believe the person I met today. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, other than that, not much, as usual. Just chilling. Playing Monster Train, playing Ratropolis. It is my day off. I did just like straight up. I didn't do a like, I'm gonna think about it. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna take the night off. I will not be streaming tomorrow. A lot of times I'm like, I'll let you guys know, and then during the day I'm like, yeah, I'm just gonna not. I'm just gonna probably play League. I don't know. I'm back in it. I have started playing League. I am once again League of Legends. I'm playing very casually. I'm not super tryharding in ranked or anything like that. I might, just to see how far I can get again, see how much my mechanics have diminished. Or maybe now that I'm older, I'm less of an idiot. I'll be a little more aware of my surroundings. Maybe I'll do better. Who knows? I've been wanting to play through StarCraft and do, like, try to ladder again on StarCraft, but I can't bring myself to do it. The relearning process of StarCraft is always a little much for me. It's always feeling a little like, I don't know. Messenger, huh? Messenger seems like he's a really important one for speedrunning. Remember I was talking about speedrunning in a recent episode? He seems like he'd be really good for it. Because you get the alarm a little sooner, you can fire off the waves a lot faster. Him and Doomsdayer seem like the two you want. I don't think there's much of a speedrunning market for this game since it's all luck, but it's something I like to think about. Yeah, we just need population. Delivery's popping off. We're killing it. Speaking of delivery, right? Talking about delivery, driving, delivery, hard. There's some sort of a parallel you can draw there. Unfortunately, I'm bad at art, so I can't draw it. I'll leave it up to you. This one's coming together, though. Overseer, drugstore, hard to see. Like, we just need population. We have everything. We have all of the pieces now except for population. And if I just don't... I mean, we have appraiser, too, so I can just, like, spam choose population, right? I don't play that yet. Should be good. I feel like I ended an episode recently just talking about music. I remember this. I was just going off about something. What was I talking about? Because I have been listening to more music. I don't necessarily feel like I have a ton to say about it, right? It's just, you know, been listening to the 808s and Heartbreak by Kanye West like every day. What a great album. Definitely my favorite Kanye. I think Kanye West is probably one of, he's definitely, not probably, he's definitely the most, like, is divisive the right word to use here? I think divisive is the word I want to go for here. Musician out there, because if you're outside of hip-hop, you don't listen to his music, you're just like, what the fuck, this guy's insane. If you're inside hip-hop, you go, what the fuck, this guy's insane, but he makes good sounds. He makes the sounds good. And he wasn't always like this. Kanye West, the weird madman, was not always Kanye West, the weird madman. He was, for a while, Kanye who just made good music and not much else. But then, unfortunately, his mother passed away, and his longtime girlfriend broke up with him, and, you know, seems to have been a slide from there. Or maybe he was always like this. I don't know. I never really paid attention to Kanye West when he was releasing his classics that I listened to today, because that was like mid-2000s. When was that? When did... I know 808s was 2007 or 2008. I think his other albums were like 2004, 2005-ish. I don't really remember Kanye West doing anything to make people go, whoa, Kanye West is insane. Except for, like, the first one that I remember is when he jumped the stage at the Grammys when Taylor Swift won over Beyonce. That's like his first one, and it's just been a lot of things since then. A lot of things involving Taylor Swift, come to think of it. I think we just want to start taking territory expansions. No, I need to upgrade this Overseer, actually. But no, in recent years I haven't been the biggest Kanye fan. I wasn't the biggest fan of Ye, Kids See Ghosts. All of these I've been like, take it or leave it. Unfortunately, I've lost so much tax on this run. Just somehow, right? My arrows are not doing any damage. My golden arrows, that is. But that's not that big of a deal, because we have Overseer. We're just kind of chilling, waiting for this delivery to hit 100,000. And yeah, we're looking for population. That's it. I guess I'll take commission real quick and just upgrade everything before I cash in. It's not like there's a good reason not to. You can just pay to redraw, because we're gonna burn all our money anyway. There's no reason not to just do this, right? We're going to survive pretty comfortably until at least wave 20, especially since it's the shaman boss. We'll be pretty happy with this. This run, I would be very surprised if I lost, let's say. Don't really need anything here. Just take all the houses, commission upgrades, chill. I'm gonna take this building because what if it's like apartment? It's tax office, that's actually pretty sweet. I think that especially in these leader pluses, a lot more buildings are good. 1 gold, ah yeah buddy. 1 gold off of that. What a cash in. That's such a ching right there. don't know, I'm tired. I've been really tired, but I don't know why. I shouldn't be. I'm waking up. I'm going to bed, I'm waking up at good times. And yet throughout the day, I'm just like, wow. Here comes another big yawn. Here it is. Yawn. Loan. I did remember we had that gray loan run. I'm a big fan of this card. I think it's really cool. Unfortunately, I will not be taking it, but it is a cool one. I'm kind of like, I'm hamstringing myself here a little bit, right? This is what happens when you take an X-costed card. You kind of put yourself into this awkward position where you can't really, like, you can't earn any money, but you keep adding in these buildings. But, like, I can't play these buildings because I don't have the money to play them. But it's okay, because we have our population settled. The redraws are doing enough. I got the gather upgraded, so I will let commission go now. That was the last one. I'm not going to sit here and try to farm building upgrades or anything like that. We're just going to... But like that is... I could, but it would be greed, and there's no reason to greed. We just cash in our delivery. That's max money. Did they... Oh, they did change how tax office looks, didn't they? Put down these boys. Look at that. Kind of cool. I like it. 20 tax. We just start taking territory expansions now. Everything's upgraded, we're good. Just start popping these. Don't play commission. Do not play commission here. Me, don't do it. It's not worth the upgrade to the house. It's not worth $100,000. Do not play it. Do not play it. I know you want to. Don't do it. Don't do it. Alright. That was close. Almost through the run. The big thing about delivery, right, is that once you get it the first time, it just gives you enough money forever. Getting that on wave 5, I could have cashed that in as early as like wave... how early could I have cashed that in, I wonder? Probably like wave 10-ish was as early as I could have got there. We need to make sure that we keep a few, like we probably want to keep 4 population for livestocks, and then we want to put the rest into overseers here. Oh yeah. This isn't a run that requires a ton of thinking. And hey, it's not even a steel run this time, look at that. I didn't even have to play steel, because I literally could not play steel. It was not on the menu. Like, there's no way. You can't play steel. I have tried. There's no steel in this game mode. We just take a leader level, it really doesn't matter. Don't get overconfident, but it's really hard to lose this, especially with the hero ability with delivery. Right? This is just gonna, every 60 seconds I'll make all the money I've spent back. Redraw for healing, I guess, but we're chilling, right? We're pretty chilling here. This is a great time for me to now tell you a great story. I don't have a great story. I lied. I have pranked you. I have gotten you again. I've done it. I also, you know, I've been drinking a lot more water. Go through the life updates. Water, thumbs up. I've had like 1 or 2 Coca-Cola fizzy beverages lately, but I have not been drinking as much as, you know, in high school. It's crazy to me how much soda I was willing to drink in high school. Because I look back on it now and I go, my God, what was I thinking? But I was drinking 2 cans of Coca-Cola a day. Plus, like, maybe, depending on the day, I would also maybe grab, like, a bottle of Mountain Dew or a bottle of Pepsi from a vending machine if I was thirsty and didn't want anything else. And I'm looking back at it now and I'm going, oh my God. What was wrong with me? I feel like this is probably a pretty common thing to do in your 20s. You look back at yourself in the teenage years and you go, I was an idiot. I was so stupid. I was really, really dumb. This might just be me, but I imagine that a lot of people look back at their teenage years and go, wow. Like, just in general, wow. What was I thinking? And the answer is, oh, hey. What a great shot. That's what I was thinking. I mean, the answer was that I was like, who cares? Right? I'm young, who cares? And I don't necessarily regret it, you know? It's like, while you can, you may as well. make bad choices like that. It's not like, you know, I say make bad choices, I'm talking about, oh, I didn't necessarily practice the best hygiene, and I drank too much soda, right? It's not like, oh, my bad choices were I did heroin. Although there was no heroin. There was that one time though. You gotta watch out for the heroin. It's a big problem around here. Lots of people, you know? You live in a town with nothing to do. There's often only one thing that people will resort to. Hey, what do you want to do today? I don't know. Heroin. And you go, yeah, I guess. And you just become a junkie. Life spirals out of control. It's an epidemic. It's a big problem. Hey, if you're doing heroin right now, maybe consider getting some help. I hope sincerely that you are not. But this one goes out to all the people who watch these Ratropolis videos while shooting up heroin. Cut it out. Consider better options. Have you considered scrapbooking? You can get the same high. It's not really true. I've never done either, so from my perspective, you could get the same high, I guess. It's possible anyway. What am I talking about? I could probably just fire off these waves. It's not worth it for me to like super hardcore fire them off because there's no way we get a sub 25. That's like a long-term goal here. One day I will finish a run of this game in under 25 minutes, and also there's a chance that I've already done that. And I just don't remember. We do have to be careful. So there's one thing that kills me here, and it's just forgetting to play labors. Right? Overseer, he's not Banner Rat. He does require at least a modicum of thought, but also with this he's granting 120 to everyone around him, so, you know, we can start firing off some waves here. Get me out of here before I start talking about heroin again. So we can get these guys' attacks up too. I suppose it's something fun. Because now that they've implemented the ability to see the attack numbers, it's kind of cool. I wonder if Overseer has an attack speed related to like how often they give the bonus attack. Right, because we've seen it fluctuate a few times. I've pointed that out. The other way we could lose this is to the owl, of course. Hopefully it's just like not the owl. It is potentially the owl. I wonder if they're... Good fight, buddy. Good fight. Good fight, good fight. GG. Close one. Close one, you almost had it. You almost got to take a swing. Not quite, though. But yeah. I mean, man, the forest is definitely the longest one. I've been thinking about that speedrun possibility. Definitely don't want to do it on the forest. Even in your best cases, you're not going to be able to really do anything with it. Could lose if I'm against the owl and I set up like this. So let's do this. Let's do this because it's kind of fun. No, let's not do this. I was thinking, what if I just put the thing back here and then if it's the owl? No, this is a recipe for me to die. Absolutely. Let's not... This is a way to throw the run, right? Because this golden tower, if they're all stacked up, it'll just die. Like, let's take it easy. Let's leave all our boys here. Don't do it. Don't throw. Although maybe you want me to throw. Maybe secretly that's all you're watching for. Probably not. If you want to see me throw, just go watch Monster Train. Although on the YouTube, I'm probably going to compile a on-stream win rate for Monster Train to see what my win rate looks like. Because a lot of people have talked about it and they're like, hey, what's your win rate? How are your wins with each faction? And I'm like, fuck dude, I have no idea. Or maybe, I guess I could just start like keeping track of the wins on stream with each faction starting at a specific time. Be like, hey, starting at this date, Here's how I'm winning, right? Because I feel like it's a little unfair. Not really unfair, but it's weird to look at and be like, oh yeah, so in this period of time I won very infrequently, but it's also because I was just like, there's a section of time in there where I spammed like 15 or 20 melting Stygian runs and just played as aggro as I possibly could. Just like took every trial, played as aggressively as I possibly could to try and test the limits to be like, okay, here's where it's too far. And then you slowly step it back from there, right? It's like, this is too far. Now let's try slightly less aggressive, slightly less aggressive, slightly less aggressive. Okay, this is how aggressive we're allowed to play. It's limit testing is what they call it. It comes from League, of course. Because everything I do comes from League at this point. Not really. But, you know. Limit testing. You go as over-the-top aggression as you can in every capacity, right? Take all the trials and go, okay, this trial kills me, this trial we can get away with, in these circumstances you can take this trial, and such. And also it's just fun, right? You just slam trials and go, okay, we can do this, we cannot do this. Fire off this wave. You know, again, Ratropolis, someone asked, because someone who watches me occasionally popped in and was like, hey, what's this game last night? And they're like, oh, so this is just another Slay the Spire clone. How many Slay the Spire clones are there at this point? And I feel like it's a very easy thing to do to just look at every single game with that single player with cards and go, oh, it's Slay the Spire. So Slay the Spire is a very big title in the single player card genre. And by very big, I mean it's like it's kind of like Hearthstone in that it was the first one to digitize a popular like card game aesthetic, right? Dominion. Now, am I 100% certain on this? Would I bet my life on that? No, of course not. But it's the one that really got going, right? Because before Hearthstone, Magic Online, but Magic Online sucked. No one liked it. These are some tanky ass walls, aren't they? 600? Hey, does that not interact properly? Don't you get 500 health from that event? Does Mason plus that event not interact properly? I wonder. But, like, comparing Ratropolis to Slay the Spire, it is a deck builder. It is a roguelike. But these games, they're very different games. Same thing for Monster Train, right? It is a deck builder, but there's a lot of different mechanics in it. Where was I going with this? I don't remember. I'll just be honest. I don't remember where I was going with that one. Anything about it. I got distracted by Mason plus the walls because I thought these should be at 800. I'm not certain anymore. I don't know what to believe. But Monster Train, good. The game's very fun, and I don't feel like just because Slay the Spire exists, you can't have other good deck builders that do enough to differentiate themselves while also still being fun. There off. Owl? It's been a while since it was the owl. I had a feeling it would be the owl this time. Close one, owl. Very close. Good try, good try. You almost had it. Close one. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.